And we're back with the first finalist of YCS Bochum 2018, Marco Perico from Italy. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That was, I think somebody had to call an ambulance to get your opponent out of this.
Yeah.
That was a very one-sided match. We have seen World Chalice in the feature match before, not just this weekend, but previous events.
Yeah.
And World Chalice very often just falls apart, doesn't really do anything. Why did you decide to play this deck this weekend?
Basically, I decided to play this deck because since it was released, I just played this deck. And I felt like it's very consistent and very explosive. And that's not something that all the decks in this metagame have. Just like Pendulums are explosive and very consistent, but decks like Team Vote, True Draco, and so on are not that explosive. They have not an impressive turn 0 board. And that's why I choose World Choice.
Right. Definitely worked out for you.
Even though if he goes second, can play. Like you play a lot of cards for going second, like Twin Twister, Sky Juice, and Brilliant Fusion, a lot of extender.
Right.
Like if your opponent starts with a negation, you can still play. There's no problem.
Right.
So that's been a bit of the story of the weekend, is that you need to be able to play through some level of negation.
Yeah.
We see that the deck has the ability to keep fielding new threats. But with this list, is there anything that you felt hasn't quite held together just right? Is there anything that you would change if you wanted to play it again?
Actually, I don't think so. I tested the deck so much, like hours and hours in the last month. So, I mean, in the final. So
Fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. This is like the ultimate version. And I think a lot of players after this tournament are going to pick up this deck and try it for themselves.
Yeah.
If somebody else is learning how to play this deck, what would be your advice?
Basically, not just to copy-paste this list, because you have your playstyle. Every player has his playstyle. Some different choices even in the Axe deck. The Axe deck is not so simple to build, and basically based on your playstyle, you have to build your deck, not adapt your playstyle to the deck.
Let's say I'm a player that, I mean, you said the deck is explosive. If I want to play it a little bit slower, what would you change, for example? Or is that not in line with World Chalice?
Probably I would put in Nexodius, the Ultimate Forbidden Law, just resets the game state, and that's one of the problems of the deck. Like, you use a lot of resources.
Right.
And basically, if your opponent just clear up your field and make some engagement.
It's really hard to come back.
Yeah, it's not that easy.
Okay, that's fair enough. I heard a judge say that you were coming up to him earlier this weekend and say, I am very surprised that that I've come this far. So going into this tournament, you did not expect to do that well.
That well, no, at all. But after like round 5 or 6, you have an advantage on your opponent, because basically your opponent doesn't know what your cards do.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely,
It gets a lot of pressure, and that's very important in this game. Like, he has some pressure is more likely to make mistakes. And if you make mistakes, I guess it's like you basically lose.
Okay, that's key.
Okay, so we've seen a lot of decks coming into the top 32.
Yeah.
Obviously, at this point, you just have one match left to play. Is there anything that you particularly do or don't want to be playing against in the final?
Actually, there is one matchup that I don't want to play against. It's Eruption Draco without True Draco deck without the Axe deck, because basically it plays 4 skill drains.
Right.
If I lost the Joshua, it's a problem. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we cannot tell you who your opponent is going to be in the finals. However, we can tell you guys that we know that the other match has concluded, so the stage has been set for the finals. That is why we're going to take another short break, and then we're going to be back with the culmination of the largest Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament in Europe of all time, the finals of YCS Bochum 2018.